Closely situated to the capital Baghdad, Karma has been a hotspot of wars and conflicts since the beginning of the US-led invasion in 2003 until the Daesh crisis in 2016. Over 9,800% of the population of Karma city were displaced from their homes due to the military operations. During these sequential hard times, thousands of souls were lost. The city witnessed several waves of displacements and migrations, the earliest of which was to Syria between 2004 and 2009. Later waves of migration started in December 2003 and continued until the liberation of the city in late May 2016. Conflicts and displacement had its effect on people of Karma traditions and their cultural identity. This project tracks changes that the people of Karma experience in terms of social practices. It also seeks to discern the reason behind these changes. This project also aims toward finding out how have the identity and the cultural heritage in Karma been affected or changed in the wake of conflicts it has seen. And what is the role of the cultural heritage and its influence in the process of reconciliation post-conflict era, and how the identities of residents of post-conflict areas were constructed.
We interviewed 40 people equally divided by two age cohorts, young and old, as well as by gender, males and females. Initial results of our research show that respondents of all age and gender groups are largely in favour of the traditional dialect, expressing a positive attitude towards it. The dialect appears to be maintained, as most of the respondents, apart from a few exceptions, stated that they did not change their dialect whether during their life in displacement outside Karma or after their return to it. This finding is further supported by the respondents self-identifying themselves as speakers of a unique Karma dialect, rather than a general Ambari or Baghdadi one. The results also found that religious practices, tribal duties and commitments appear to be maintained by the people of Karma, as only small proportions of young males stated they had to change these. However, a fundamental change, as the results show, appears to be occurring in the way traditional wedding and funeral practices are performed in Karma, with respondents almost categorically stated that these practices have changed drastically in the city. We can also notice a change in traditional costume, mostly led by women in both age cohorts, young and old. The results indicate that while Karma people are holding on to their identity and heritage in terms of dialect use, preserving of religious and tribal traditions, some aspects are on the wane in Karma, and this can be attributed to the events unfolded in the city during and in the aftermath of ISIS crisis over the last few years.
Let's talk now about the impact and the output of the project. The project works on highlighting the changes that took place on several aspects of the identity of Al-Garma city and its people after the massive displacements because of ISIS. Due to the tough times the people went through, they had to live in different places, with different cultures and languages. They adopt several new cultural aspects throughout the 4 years of displacement. The changes came naturally without paying attention to, since it took place away from their original place. Therefore, the project aims to retrieve what have been missing from the culture that people of Al-Garma inherited from one generation to the other. The impact of the project is through cherishing the old traditions and celebrates them so they will not be lost forever. It also shows the importance of these cultural aspects in sustaining and maintaining their identity, which will eventually strengthen the social fabric of the city throughout their language, dialect, heritage and religion. The output, on the other hand, takes several aspects. The first one is publication. The research findings will be published in a highly recognized journal in the field of heritage upon the completion of the project at the assigned time by UCL. The second one is a formal presentation. The research team who are from 3 different universities, Kufa University, Diyala and Al-Raqiya, will hold seminars or lectures at their universities beside participating in the Nahrein seminar series. Also, we are going to make presentations to stakeholders. While it's important to let academics and scientists know about the results of our research, stakeholders will benefit from knowing the results of our study. Therefore, the results will also consider inviting stakeholders, government officials, such as the mayor of Al-Garma city. In addition, the project will effectively engage with the community in question. We have already received a logistical support letter from Mr. Ahmed Muklif, the mayor of Al-Garma city, who has shown his full cooperation by using all possible means to make the project succeed and benefit from its outcomes. The possibilities of encouraging the community's engagement and thereby expanding the spread of the awareness will be facilitated further by having a member of the research team natively from the city.